everybody, let's try this. If it doesn't work, tell Dr. Crawford I need a speaker.
My name is Michelle Mydrick. I am an associate professor of Spanish at Walters State going into my 9th year of teaching. Also, I am an advocate for our international club, a mother and a grandmother.
Yes, I'm a grandmother. I have 7 available grandkittens. Now, speaking of kittens, don't you feel that sometimes teaching your students is like herding kittens? Well, for my Spanish classes, herding my students' skills towards accuracy can be helped with the iTranslate app. First, how does the app work? Well, for my demo, I typed in Spanish, it gave me the text in English, and then I chose to have it pronounced. You can do this in a lot of different languages. I might use this app in my language classroom by having students compare their writing or pronunciation to another authority, iTranslate. They can check their skills, their word choices, they can check gender and quantity agreement, they can check their verb conjugations against iTranslate, and then tidy up what seems to be off. So then, rather than herding kittens, iTranslate can help students herd their skills. Now, I've graded iTranslate, and I've seen some A work, and iTranslate has gone even down to some D work. Well, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with iTranslate not being perfect because my students can use iTranslate in order to grade the app. So we can figure out where the app is wrong and how we, the students in our learning of Spanish, have much better skills than the app. Also, I'm okay with that because language is so complex. I mean, there's so many subtleties to language that we can't expect iTranslate to be human, though the technology has really come along. Now, the other day I called up a friend of mine from China, and instead of talking on the phone, I had written out a conversation already from English to Chinese, and I just pressed the button. And she didn't, it kind of weirded her out, but beside that, she listened and she caught the gist of everything that I was saying with iTranslate. So those conversation bits that I had put into my iTranslate app are still there. The app contains a history, and so I can go back and use that history again. It's like my own audio phrasebook, which there's so many applications for that. You can bet next time I go to Golden Dragon, I'm going to use my app. I would like to order my foods and drinks in Chinese and get to know you. What about if you are working with a health fair or if you're at school registration and there's not an interpreter available and you want to help someone fill out their forms? You can have your audio phrasebook already created if you're helping someone who speaks Spanish. There you go. Now, these audio phrasebooks are wonderful. iTranslate is pretty accurate some of the time, most of the time, and iTranslate will give you the written, an audio translation, and you can email. You can email these translations off to someone else. So, if you have a good home for any of my 7 grandkittens, just shoot me an email. Any language is fine. iTranslate.